Oh man, it's another episode of this thing. We'll just we'll just take our time with it.
Here we
There's,
go again.
let's see. Let me see. Oh God, there we go. See, that's not the right one.
Oh my gosh.
That's not the right. This is the
Get
right
it
one.
together.
That's
There
the
we go.
right one. Look, gang, it's episode 110, 110 of Karandrin role playing, specifically Brise's Tale. My name is Kevin Manus Pennings, also known as Cracked Palantir, and I will be your host and game master for this episode 110. Brise's Tale. As always, my good buddy Max is here to play Brise, the beautiful and talented paladin who is doing all kind of crazy stuff. Max, say hello to the lovely people.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to our Halloween episode. We're only a week late, and we only have hats for costumes. But
That's it. That's it. I mean, if it's any comfort, the bottom half of our costume, we're playing nudist.
yes, we
So,
made. We put stuff at the top, so we take it off the bottom. Right? It's
exactly.
the first law of thermodynamics. Also applies to.
That's right.
Oh man.
Thanks for hanging out with us and being patient with last week. I had a bunch of travel going on. We're gonna make this one a little short because I'm still beat from the road, and we've also got some family emergencies going on. And to that end, we're sending love Tampa way for our little Charlie, and hoping that she will get better soon by order of her uncle. And so we're gonna cut this one a little short. We've also noticed that we've had problems with the audio being cut off at the beginning, just as we had using Restream, and I don't know what the deal is with that. When we did the early test, it worked fine, but here we are back again at square one with this problem. So there may be scatting in your future, is what I'm telling you, because the only reason for that is to burn time after the countdown, so that we can start with nonsense, and then you get to the more sensible stuff.
Slightly less nonsense.
Slightly less nonsense. So gang, well, welcome to episode 110. Last couple of weeks, or last several months, we've been exploring this very large temple, teaching us a lesson about how big of a ruin we can really handle on a stream. And so we have been exploring this temple to the Iron Empress, sort of a death goddess that has sort of become embroiled in Brise's life. And to fill you in with more details, I'll pass it over to Max.
Yeah, well, it's been a very long exploration. We are very close to finishing the first floor. And honestly, we'll have to figure out if even the second floor is worthwhile given what we know is up there, which we'll get to in a little bit. So, yeah, we been towards the back of the temple of the first floor, finishing up that area. A lot of these little crystal lizards running around. One of them ended up trapping Brise. They seemed to be injured, and kind of I spooked them, and they they rolled really high and ended up trapping my my legs. I kind of let out a startled little pained shriek and woke up. One of the strange creatures of we know one by the name of Galkakek. This one's name is Bronvase. These otherworldly travelers who are here on Earth, anticipating the arrival of their supreme goddess who has created all life. So at least they were friendly, and were able to watch for any trouble while I freed myself from the crystal trap.
Right.
They also told us, well, we heard upstairs some metal banging sounds, and they told us that is some construct or something of that sort that protects the second floor, and only the second floor of the, or at least I guess they just said it's above the first floor, right? They might actually be on the third floor too. But anyway, it patrols that area and is maybe impossible to defeat. I mean, a giant metal object. I don't know how to how my spear will do anything against that. So
yeah.
um,
Rollmaster does some really second edition Rollmaster, which is what Karandrin is based on. Their combat charts really treat that very interestingly. When you look at, a solid metal being, they're going to be treated as though they are wearing plate armor.
right.
And then the sheer number of hit points they would have. When you
So
look
just
at
put them
those,
in water, and then we're
exactly.
All
I mean, yeah, I mean, the sheer difficulty of hurting something like that. I mean, you would
right.
literally, criticals are very important in Rollmaster for wrapping up a battle, and the sheer difficulty of getting a critical on something that large
Yeah.
is, I mean, you'd have to roll off the chart. You would have to you basically have to have excellent shot after excellent shot with a significant weapon. And even then, I mean, it's a very long battle.
All while not being hit by this thing, which
Oh, exactly.
who knows what. Yeah, and then so to finish up that conversation, she gave me some advice to be wary of the Kekseth, these also otherworldly people who, she gives me something called an Akal, which is a semi-sentient being, which just kind of provides light, and it seems to have a bond with me and kind of pokes around my mind and is kind of my replacement for my lantern right now because it's low on oil. And yeah, she warns that the Keksith will try to deceive me so they can eat my Akalb. It's apparently they eat the being inside the Akalb, whatever's giving off the light.
Right.
Yeah, and then we kind of ended the last episode just exploring more of the rooms that have been caved in. Not much to see there.
Right. This is a very rugged valley, largely uninhabited. We know that there's one goblin farmer that and this is a goblin nation. We know that there's one goblin farmer who's at the mouth, one end of the valley near the road. You come across almost no one else. There's one small settlement in the valley. Pretty sure you know its location just by the smudge of smoke in the distance. But this hill that in the valley, this temple is built up against and sort of into the hill, and they clearly put their high security areas sort of back in that hill. There's no easy access to it. Right. You really have to come through the whole temple and all of its security to get to things there. So you've already discovered potion research rooms, spell research rooms, things like this that were down those lower layers and back into the bottom of the hill. But that hill also gave problems over the centuries, and that is a landslide or series of landslides that have damaged the first and second floor. The third floor being smaller, missed most of that damage. And so.
Hey, Quinn, notice you're here. You said, notice any buffering, or is it just me? Is it buffering or lag? I seem a little laggy. I have the YouTube pulled up, but that could be my connection. So,
right. I'm not seeing any problems with it. I don't generally watch it when I'm on, but but also we're wondering about if the echo problem persists. So if people will keep an eye out for that for us.
Yeah, last episode we had some bad echo, but hopefully
and so we returned Max's mic gain back up since it hadn't been a problem in the past, and so we're going to see if we can continue with his gain at max. And
I gotta have it at max.
That's right. And so let us know if you hear any audio problems, and we'll keep an eye on the buffering. But thank you for that, Quinn. Yeah, so you are near the damaged side of the northern side of the temple. You found a lot of these outer rooms, that would share the outer wall with the temple. A lot of those just have rubble in them where it's caved in. Right. Thanks, Obi-Wan. I'm glad the audio is not a problem again. So we'll just keep playing with it at max gain, and we'll just see what we can do. So you've got some rooms to explore. You expect some of them to be caved in and filled with rubble. You know that these 6-legged lizards that fire, they basically fire an encasing sort of crystalline ray at you. That they're, the very young ones are here and there, and there's some juveniles about that maybe the length of your shin or so. So yeah, you're.
Do we want to pull up the map so we can see what we
Yes,
we're in next?
I will do that. Share. I understand.
Continue the long-standing joke that this place is. I'm just trying to appraise this property, right?
Right.
It's like, yeah, you have you're going to be sharing. It's a duplex. You're going to be sharing the upstairs with a very noisy neighbor. But
All right.
as long as you don't ever show your face up there, you should be fine.
Should be fine. I don't know why you would.
$3 million down payment.
That's right. And boom.
I don't know if we also made the joke. There's portals, so it's got extra square footage. Needs some
Oh,
extra
that's right.
storage. There's a parallel world. Just don't breathe the air. It's toxic.
Exactly. So they're like 50 feet or so, maybe more of this backs into the cliff, backs into the slope.
See that yet? I can only see.
Oh wait,
Karandrin by Cracked Palantir.
You can't see the map?
No. Should I stop sharing my?
Oh wait, that's my fault. I forget that I need to hide you, and then I need to show. My fault.
There we go.
So
yeah, all these rocks dotting the.
Yeah. So that's just rubble that's come in
Right.
through the roof and so on. So you expect a lot of those rooms to be damaged upstairs. The flooring will have snapped and given way and so on. So you had those smaller lizards that were skirting around. All right, I've got to go. Sorry, I got to go back to the map. So this region, if you see my mouse there, that's where you're gonna find a lot of the little lizards. There's daylight streaming in through a lot of these. You've got light coming through here. There's water, draining from the hill that has cooled in various areas. And so these doors, you can tell, are just gone. I mean, they're just smashed.
Yeah.
And so, close that.
Yeah, we should be able to probably make quick work of this little hall here. Probably most of it's going to be caved in or inaccessible. So,
right.
Start with this room to my left. Take a listen to that door. See if anyone's in there.
Roll for me.
8. Great first roll. Oh, today's the 8th. There we go. Bonus point.
That's why.
Add plus 100.
That's right. Yeah, roll for me again.
52.
Yeah, no real sounds. The door is closed. Let's talk about what's in your hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my flail.
Okay.
I've got the calb is just worn around my neck, so hopefully it doesn't get in the way, of like moving around and.
No, I mean, you're a little worried about noise. The orb slides around your chest if you're, having to do a quick dash or something. No sound from the room. You test the door gingerly. It's unlocked.
Slowly open it and peek inside.
It's clearly a storage area. You can make it in about halfway before it's just bunk beds and bunk beds and bunk beds just shoved against the wall. The door itself is seems to be hammered bronze covering wood. There's a interesting depiction on the base of the door, and that is the eagle fanning, apparently to fan flames toward a city.
Oh.
And so, curious what that tale is. There's no writing. But then the upper panel of the door is a stream of souls coming from the city and being welcomed into the embrace of the Iron Empress.
Oh, wow.
Just to remind people, the Iron Empress is depicted as a woman. She wears a gown and sports two curved daggers, sort of like the Indonesian kris, sort of with the wavy blade. And and so she is sort of, just embracing these souls that are coming from the city. And there's clearly a similarity in the eagle's wings being spread and the Iron Empress's arms being spread.
I've always been fascinated by that, like religions that like convey death positively or is like something welcoming. Yeah. I don't know if I can think of any like actual real examples of in real life things. It's because like what if death was welcoming, right? Wouldn't everyone just die in this fate?
Right. I was talking to a Christian friend because there's some elements of Christianity in America that that will just vocalize, I can't wait to be in Jesus's arms and this kind of thing. And I've always found that such a curious sentiment, because if you're supposed to be grateful for this life, then you're kind of throwing it away.
Right. If you're just vying for the afterlife. Yeah.
Right. You hear a lot of talk about blessings until it comes, time to cash in. And then it's, and I told the person who said this, I said, well, hey, there's a highway right out there. You could walk out there and be with him in no time,
I don't know if I just thought of this or I might have seen something like it before, but just, like you live your whole life, trying to get to this one goal. Right. And then you you die, go to heaven. It's actually probably like just empty and like nothing.
Right.
I like, tranquil, sure. But like you've missed all the pleasures of life.
Right.
To compare it to.
So. Twain has a great essay about it. Where he talks about not one man in 10 can sing, not one man in 20 can play an instrument. Yet Christians believe that heaven is nothing but harp playing and singing.
Oh, wow. I didn't know Twain was that vocal about.
Yeah, he was really very interesting about a lot of his beliefs along that line. All right. Do you want to pull furniture apart?
Then.
I mean, there's just a ton of furniture. You can only see about this front of the room, if you will.
Yeah.
And the rest of it is just jammed with stacked desks and so on. They're clearly of lower quality than other desks you've seen.
Yeah.
Also, the lack of windows. They got the windowless room, suggests that this is a lower level sort of quarters.
Right.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Let's check out the room on the right then. Step over that rock there.
Excuse me, pardon me. So probably put you back here listening quietly. Well, you want to be this room, sorry, the room to the right?
Yes, directly to my right, yeah.
So
although I guess I will peek in the room right ahead of me, just make sure there's no.
Actually, you could see parts of this, as I recall. You could see parts.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I might know what's in there.
You generally, if you want to double check, then by all means, you can hear the wind. You can see the light coming through the door, bottom of the door. You can sort of hear the wind passing through that room. It is unlocked. So if you want to open it, then by all means.
Let's do it.
It does not budge. You can turn the handle, but it's clearly caught top and bottom tightly.
Well, that's fine. We'll move on. Probably nothing in there anyway. Just rubble.
Room
on my to the left then. Left and up the hall. And peer in there.
So you make your way and you stop cold because just from this site alone, you can see in this corner of the room, you can see I guess your 25 feet of light will stretch about that far. You can see a massive, and I should probably draw this. You can see a massive crystalline formation, the base of it. This is where I do not excel at this.
Excel? I thought this was Inkscape.
That's right.
Damn.
That's right. I was using Inkscape for a long time.
I keep calling this Streamlabs, and I keep calling your program Inkscape. I don't know.
What's going on?
I just like my brain can't rewire those.
Right.
Those synapses.
Phil, been using that pink. Where's a pink? Pink? Orange. Pink? Pink. Anyway, it's going to be pink. Pink. That'll do. Okay, there we go. So you can tell there's a large formation.
Okay.
And you're catching just the corner of it there. It goes pretty high.
Yeah, step a little closer, shed some more light on it.
So it's one of these, not that you could have expected it moments, but it's one of these moments where you're like, well, at least it makes sense. Encased in this is a 12-foot long iron serpent construct.
Oh my gosh.
It's got to be probably a foot in diameter. Its head is partially free. And there's no question that it is still active. As you walk into the room, the eyes you can see rotate in their sockets. These iron eyes rotate and look at you.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying.
Its mouth is pointed toward the ceiling, and as you glance up, you're like, holy crap. And there are basically heavy iron darts, 3 or 4 of them planted on the ceiling. So this, no doubt, was the guard for this level.
For this floor. Wow. Okay.
I suppose I could draw a snake. I guess I could do it this way, right?
Just do a little S.
Like a
12 foot long. Oh my gosh, dude.
And then I could give it, just make it straight up black. And then make the width. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, oh, I like that. Let's do that. So there you go.
How big are the iron darts in the ceiling? Are they, like size of my hand, or are they tiny, like an actual?
They're the length of your hand. 2-inch long point.
Yeah.
There you go.
Almost like small crossbow bolts.
Yes. And of course, you've got to assume that they're designed to be loaded with venom. Just thematically.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But man, this thing striking you with its head would be crushing.
Yeah. You know what? I know I have the poison lore. Does that help me learn about the poison? Because if I could grab one of those darts, It would give me known antidotes if I use poison lore.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so I just entered this room. This thing looks at me. Does it do anything else? I'll stand right by the door, ready to leave if it starts to.
Oh, I
see me.
hear you. No, I see what your strategy is. So, in kissing range.
That's right. If it thinks we're friends or lovers, then it really
Exactly.
could attack me.
I mean, you got to stay within that far to get your light on it.
Oh man, I don't know what in context those two, but Quinn says maybe your brain is just on drugs, and then he says my favorite name for marijuana, which is you should search its sock drawer for the devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce.
When my ex told me that was called devil's lettuce, I was like, why don't people always call it this?
I know it is such
That's
a good
amazing.
name, right? That's pretty fantastic.
How can that be illegal? Like what?
Well, now it's less illegal, right? We got the 24th
Yeah, exactly. Well,
state.
still federally, it's what is it, class, whatever it is that.
Yeah, they've
can
really
be
got to change
used
that.
for, yeah.
That's a real problem.
All right.
So it's, obviously just given its nature, it wants to have at you. But
Yes.
it's probably, how many little lizards have come in here and just looked at it? And
Right.
there's not a dead one in sight.
What's funny is the second floor is probably spotless. That whatever's up there is probably destroyed everything up there. If I freed this one, I would have probably done the same on the first floor.
Right.
But okay, so it fired those darts, I guess, at the ceiling. I'm not sure from where, right? From its mouth, or
it sure looks like that had to be the case.
Okay, so maybe it's out of ammo if it's not
right
attacking me. Okay. Let's see if I can. I have Nalani could try to fly up and grab one of the darts, but she might end up hurting herself.
Well, really, she just needs to go zoom and just strike one.
Kind of strike it. Yeah, I'll stand out of the way and instruct her to do that. See if she can get it loose.
First blow knocks one down, and just as soon as she's in range, the snake sprays a poisonous fume.
Oh my God.
But she's moving so fast.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to affect her. She lands on your shoulder, and the fume, because it's angled up, is descending down fairly slowly. If you want to run, grab that dart and get the hell out of there, now's the time.
Let's do it.
All right, roll.
28.
Not as fast as you want. You're paying attention to too many things, watching the snake, and you kick the dagger, you kick the dart close, away from you. You grab it and run back. You have it. You can feel the fume in your eyes. It's clearly affecting your vision.
Ah, damn it.
Roll for me.
18.
The burning subsides pretty quickly, but the blurriness is persisting.
Son of a...
You don't want to probably be in the wake of this.
No.
Clearly you're going to retreat at least to here.
Yeah.
But it's going to be spilling out of that room ultimately, especially with the breezes coming out from under the doors behind.
We can go just down to one of the servants' rooms, that I explored.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted you to pick your direction to retreat.
Yeah. Even just in this big room here with all the rubble.
You want to go in here?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. You just sort of sit and keep blinking your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any remedies you want to try?
No, I don't think so. Well, actually, well, hold on. I need to find my ring. My ring that resists poison.
I've already taken that into
But it
account.
absorbs 30 damage. Yeah, it doesn't do
You've
anything.
taken no damage.
Healing.
No hit point damage.
Right.
Although maybe that's why the burning subsided so quickly.
Yeah, so I mean, I could use, if it doesn't get better after a minute, right? I can use the I have a vial,
Oh
which
yeah.
draws out the poison from a poison individual for use later. So
Oh, interesting.
that'll remove it from my body. I can use it once a week.
Do you just want to use it?
Before I do that, it also just grants me plus 15 to use/remove poison. Oh, did we say remove poison is just like from a blade, right? To like remove an
No, I
application.
think it would be, I mean, to use it, meaning you would know how to apply it. Like, for instance, if it's ingested.
Right. But then what about, it says use/remove, right? So remove is that the opposite.
So removing would be like both harvesting it from an animal and also things like, do we cut the stinger out? Does that help or not?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, do we suck on the wound or not? Right. Those sort of questions is how I view that.
Well, so yeah, I'll change that to use/remediating or harvesting poison. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, since it's in my eyes, I don't think there's anything I could do besides actually try to use magic to get it out. So yeah, we'll use the vial. See how that
roll for me
goes. Boom, 9.
Well done, sir. And roll again for me.
76. That's how you spell vial. Yeah.
So, these are like little test tubes.
Right.
And immediately your vision clears and you get about a quarter of a vial of this purple liquid.
Okay.
So, you might note the date that you used it last.
Yeah. Man, it's going to be a while since I can use it again. Let's note that down as June 12th.
And if you have another vial ready, you should transfer that poison to it.
I will do that, actually. I do have a couple empty vials.
So there's the purple poison gas, and it'll probably re-aerosolize if you throw it and break, with enough force. Obviously, if you douse it in somebody's eyes, you imagine being blind.
That's a really cool magic item, by the way. That's not only does it heal you or someone else, but then gives you something to use against. Right.
And if we feel that once a week is too little, we can tweak that mid game. I don't mind. You're the first player to really make full use of this. I've had a couple who've owned it, but just haven't had a chance to use it. And so if we feel that that's too rare,
right,
then we can.
Well, I am biased because right now I'm in the temple of a snake worshiping.
That's right. I know it is hard to make objective calls like that.
But yeah, no, we can play it by ear. If I find like it would be really useful to have the next day or something.
Right.
Maybe what actually would be good is they do this in D&D a little bit. Some items there's a roll a d6. Does it recharge? The next day. So on average, it'll be 3 days, but it could be 5, could be 2.
Right. That's interesting.
Those are fun too. So.
Yeah, it's an interesting system. I don't like that because it does add what D&D sorely lacks, which is mystery within the world.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's like, wait, why does this take longer this time but not this time?
Right.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So you have got your vision is better.
Good. So I'll note down I have this, and we can try also doing poison lore on the dart itself. See what toxin that might be on that.
And is that casting it from a tome?
Yes, locating in lore tome. So I will take that out.
You have that on your
level 2, 34 to cast.
So double exhaustion on that. Okay. Not a great casting. The poison is called Elvive, Elvive.
Hmm.
It is a magical toxin.
Hmm. Magical is usually not what I describe poisons as, but it's magical.
It's derived from the mountain rattler.
Hmm.
And it is a level 25 neuropoison
Hmm.
that will cause paralysis. So at least they sourced locally, I guess is what we're saying.
How thoughtful of them. A magical from the mountain rattler. Okay. Well, gonna note down on my growing list of concerns for Miagral that there's that
Right.
giant construct. Man, when I saw it encased in the crystal, that was interesting. Of thinking of, I wish the mother lizard was still here. I could maybe lead her upstairs and try to trap the other one. That would be
Right.
kind of a fun and interesting way to do it. So, but okay, so we can head back to where I was in that hallway. Was there anything of interest in that room besides the construct? I don't think so, right? I don't know if I had it long enough to take a good look.
There were a couple pieces of furniture you remember up against a wall.
Yeah.
But you've no idea what they were. Like that thought is gone from your mind. I mean, you remember like the mithril that was all over them? You remember that clear as day.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's what the poison's messing with my brain. It's like, you have to go back there.
Man, wouldn't that be fascinating?
That would be. I mean, it would be kind of like what some of the like fungal parasites do in this world, right? Where they like, oh no, you need to be eaten. That's good for you. Like,
right.
Okay.
Toxoplasmosis for mice.
Yeah.
Or they lose fear of everything large and cat-like.
Right.
And then like there's an ant that does it for sheep.
Like crawls to the top of a leaf. Yes.
And then bites down as hard as it can and stays there. And there's another fungus that forces the ant to crawl. It grows up in its brain, and it forces the ant to grow up on to the highest point it can find and bite down. And then, man, the fast forward footage of that is really upsetting because the fungal growth then spikes out through its head.
Yeah.
And then the burst to spread the spores.
Oh, it's so crazy.
It's really, I mean, it's only an ant, and I found it very disturbing to watch.
Right. Oh my God. Right. So yeah, we'll head back to that room. Then we'll just stride by quickly. Hopefully, this doesn't aggravate the construct again, and check the next room.
Just put your back against the wall.
Partially encased.
The door is closed.
Okay.
Sounds from outside, but nothing else. Door. You test the door. It is locked. What would you like to do?
Okay, we'll do a quick unlock spell. Open spell.
This is you're casting it?
Yeah, just from my memory, just level 1, right? Yeah, level 1 open. The door's not like ornate, right? It's not a.
No, it seems the same sort of raised bronze as as on all this hall. It must be, some level of initiates that live in these bunks.
Okay. So then just level 1 open spell. Say 21 to cast. Man.
Not great. 1 and 1 for that. The door clicks open.
All
The
right.
lock clicks open. The door remains closed. Don't want to surprise you before you're ready to.
The door opens, but the lock remains locked. It's like, wait, what?
That is fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, we'll push open the door slowly, see what's inside.
Roll for me.
91.
So your eyes, when adjusting to the flood of light, they fall pretty quickly on. Yeah, there's rubble and stuff, and here we'll put some rubble in there.
Rubbly doubly.
Fall
quickly upon the 2 snake constructs.
It's about half full, and yes, all of this area is gone, and I should do it this way. But one of these stones and slamming on the floor. I should rotate these bad boys, give you some variety. They have damaged some of the flooring, and there is an iron chest up under the flooring. Very small.
Oh, I see. So it's like a hidden compartment that's been exposed.
Right.
Wow. Okay.
More of this. Whoa. Why not? What do we care what the shapes are? Put them everywhere.
They remind me of those little pillow stones you see lining canals and stuff. They always have square shape. Okay, well, interesting. Iron chest. Okay, let's. Is the chest kind of accessible, or is it kind of wedged?
You got to clear some flooring away that's broken off. Some of the stones lay on that, so it's going to be a little bit of manual work. But there's a real chance you think that you can clear it and get to it.
Yeah, let's clear it out too. I'd like to investigate this secret compartment too, and see maybe how it was meant to be revealed in the first place.
So,
wait, I should start smashing the floor everywhere. I might.
That's what players like to do, right? They just like smashing away, thinking there's going to be no consequences. And it's like, don't you think that people thought of that? And do you really think you're strong enough to smash stone?
That's what I was going to say. Is man, I don't know how they would make this secret compartment in the first place. There must be some mechanism to open it. Yeah, clearly not intended to break it. Because if it was a floorboard, right, you could just lift that, but.
Right. Yeah, these have some, tile work and things like that. And
true, I guess, yeah.
And so, you work at it. You're sort of really cautious. Sometimes you're using your spear to move things to see if there's any, openings that seem like they might launch something or anything down there. Right. And you do find down the bottom of this little compartment. So the compartment, the chest itself is, it's got a footprint of about the size of a sheet of paper. So it's very small. But down beside it, there is a dagger that has a hinge on the bottom of its handle.
Ooh.
And you're like, oh, that was a trap meant to just straight up cut your hands off.
Oh my gosh.
That's what that was, but the rocks took care of it.
Okay.
So the you eventually get it free. There were clearly meant for there to be several scroll cases or map cases that you would, if this is the size of the compartment, right?
Right.
The walls have holes that go up under the flooring where you could slide such things.
Interesting.
Those things have rotted and gone.
Hmm.
There's just fragments there. You pull this up. It feels very light. It sounds like a clink of coin in there.
Okay. Wait, do I have my hands on the chest already?
You have your face. No, you don't.
Okay, good. Because that's what I was going to say. I need
your face on the chest. You generally lift things with your mouth.
Well, yeah, after my hand got stuck, I mean, I have to use my teeth now to.
Exactly.
It'd be hilarious if I have dentures. So you're just like, oh, we got stuck. I'm like, pull it out. That's better.
Obi-Wan, I just saw your line about sign it with an S. They'll know what it means. That was one of my favorite episodes of American Dad right there. It's called Shallow Vows, and I love that episode. Cracks me up. I mean, see, I hate that I have to sit way back so that my hat can be more fully seen.
Yeah.
But
I have to remember to tilt my head.
That's right. We should just rotate it more into the camera. So there it is. I'll just sit like this. No, what would
you look very ominous.
What would you like now? That's ridiculous. I'm gonna get back problems sitting this way for 2 hours. Yes, no, you should lift it with your mouth. So
that's great.
Maybe if I did,
maybe episode 120. We can we'll be characters. Yeah,
that's right. And scat zippity bop bow. All right, so that's right.
Okay. So I've kind of exposed it. I think I can hear coins.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I want to cast Detect Magic on it, see if there's any enchantments. But I will let's step inside and close the door behind me.
Okay.
So we make sure. Yeah.
That's why I should just take that down.
And we'll I guess we can probably lock the door too.
Oh, sorry.
Lock was working.
I could turn it up this way, I guess.
There you go.
So you're going to close it and lock it and then cast the spell?
Yes. So in case I end up falling unconscious like I did last time.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Only the little animals that might scurry in and out will bother you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Nothing, no wolves or anything will be getting in here.
All right. Is this from a scroll or from your own fine self?
That's a good question. Detect Magic is...
It looks like it's going to be from Eyes of the
Spirit, which I have memorized 1 through 10. So Detect Magic, yeah. Let's go 93. Okay.
Nice. And keep in mind that for whenever you cast a spell, especially as like a non-combat situation, if you're worried about it really succeeding, take that time to really concentrate.
I do always forget that. Thank you for reminding me.
And my God, you know what we've not talked about in ages is a miracle roll. I haven't.
Well, you know what? Based on what happens with his chest, maybe
we'll just go ahead and use.
I know. I can't believe I didn't even think about the miracle roll, and my hand was stuck to the chest. That seemed like a perfect time to get out of that.
Oh, exactly. That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty alarming. So yeah, this is definitely better for my head to be in the camera like that. That's better. We'll definitely. Oh yeah. Black Arrow. Thank you, everyone. So the chest is definitively magic.
Okay.
The magic is centered on the lock. It is +10 runed. You don't notice any runes on it. And roll for me.
20.
So your guess is the runes are right on the other side, so they can't be easily meddled with.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
That's the thing about runes is different from an enchantment. If you damage the rune itself, you can damage the magic on it.
Right.
Whereas for an enchantment, it permeates the entire object. And so you have to do major damage to the object before you get any real damage to the enchantment.
Okay. And no other magical energy or signals coming off of it?
No.
Okay. In that case, using that knowledge I have of runes, why don't I try to find the runes on the lock and maybe scratch at them?
Oh, I got you.
Make it a little easier to open for me.
Go through. No. You're gonna pick it up?
Yeah.
All right. It lifts out fine. When you touch it, it tells you it's plus 10 rune magic. The runes are nowhere to be found. You do recall that there are arts to hide runes.
Invisible runes.
Right. So that such effects, you got to find it first.
Well, I mean, so it's on, there's like a little padlock, right?
It's an inbuilt lock, but yes.
Okay. I guess, oh man, I guess the runes could technically be inside if it's like, yeah.
I think that's your assumption.
Yeah, because even if I just scratch the whole surface, then it's probably
right. And you have something that's going to have to scratch something that's been fortified to be plus 10.
Right, exactly.
So it is time. Are you going to do an unlock spell, or are you going to do an unlock smash?
So I can. Well, you know,
easy now.
Yeah, I don't want to make a ton of noise, so we'll try an unlock spell. And let's.
You hear a horse approach. I'm sorry.
No. Let's get the little Monty Python.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You know why they did that?
I think you told me, and I forget.
The budget wouldn't run to pay for horses.
Oh, they did want horses,
and then they just
were
made
like, a gag out of it. Oh my god!
You know what? It's funnier to do it this way. So I need to watch.
And I always forget. Is that Holy Grail or is that Life?
That's Holy Grail.
But I thought they are in horses later on in the movie. Aren't they always on like the stick horses? Brave Sir Robin. I thought that scene they had their on horseback.
It's imaginary. It's imaginary horses, not even stick horses. They just
aren't they just doing that? Yeah. Oh my god. It's been too long since I've seen that. Wow.
You've seen Life of Brian?
That one is a long time. Yeah, that one I don't remember as well as.
I think it's better than Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right, sorry. You got to take a break here in a bit. So so what's our deal? You're gonna smash, or you're gonna?
We're gonna try unlock spell, and we'll pour in 9 power points. I guess I don't mean to quantify the system too much, but if it's plus 10 rune, is that like I feel like I should plus 10? Would feel like matches that, or
roll for me. Let's see what you think.
Oh, sure. 71.
Yeah. You think that's a good basics. If you want to go higher, the higher is always better, but of course it's also more tiring.
Right.
And also bigger consequences if you fumble.
Exactly.
So, so you want to concentrate, of course.
Yes. We'll concentrate.
And also a big roll will make the spell more powerful because you cast it more skillfully.
Yes. I would love a big roll, Kevin. Could you advise me on how I...
You add more yeast and you get really big rolls. Fluffy. Oh
my God. I should just get some yeast and then let me sprinkle this on.
That would be hilarious.
All right. Concentrate for as long as I need to.
You got it. You stay focused.
Focus.
Roll it up.
10 power points. And it's an 87. There we go.
Boom. It unlocks.
It up. Okay.
The interior of the chest is revealed to you and is revealed to be very nice. It is, it's a high quality wood. It's got a wax seal around it. These items are very well preserved. You find 2 mithril.
Ooh.
You find 33 gold. And you find, so those are in little pouches, right?
Right.
And then you find like certain documents sort of wedged up against the chest by those pouches of money.
Ooh, okay.
Then you have a stack here of letters, all written by hand. These documents you open up, they're very official looking.
Ooh.
Fun. Going through them. I mean, obviously, you can put on your spectacles.
Yeah.
So the more official looking documents, clearly, this is meant as there are at least 2 fake identities here.
Oh.
So one is like the way to do a fake identity, in this sort of world, since you don't have sort of state issued ID, is that what you have are letters of introduction,
right,
and sort of very, make it as official looking as possible. And you might have some sort of, official decree of rank or something
Hmm.
to establish yourself. So
Wow.
here there are two sets of identities. They use the same name. One makes this individual um, um, the name is Kedbrin on both of them, Kedbrin. One makes them a young wine merchant,
Hmm.
the son of a very prosperous wine merchant. It mentions cities you don't know. Um, um, and there's an official guild membership sort of document, and there's a couple of letters of introduction. The other one is makes him a lower court scribe,
Hmm.
also referred to as Cadbrin, um, son of a financier, again in cities whose names you don't know. And immediately you think, well, that money is travel, get the hell out of town money.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a emergency.
The letters, flipping through them, um, are to a person named Kelbaro, Kelborro. And just, reading three or four of them, just, the first few paragraphs of the first several, it's clear that this person who was in this room was sending reports back to someone about activities in the temple.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Um,
The letters are addressed to someone named Barrow, reporting on goings on. Hmm.
the concern is a particular, I should roll gender instead of being a sexist, a particular priestess who is believed to be a member of a cult. The cult's main beef that you can find referenced deals with the belief that the Iron Empress uses snakes that are not just corporeal and in this world, but
Okay.
also use snakes that are ethereal, that are non-corporeal, as her servants. And this is referred to as the corporality issue, and that it can't be permitted. And the belief is that this priestess is actually fleeing to this more this more remote temple, which does seem to be it's referenced as an important temple, but one that's far from the populace.
Huh.
That she has taken on a new identity to take a role here to escape justice.
Interesting. That's fascinating. Wow. To think that even this religion, this cult back in the day was a prominent religion that had its own sects and subcults.
Right. There are other issues that are alluded to, but they're always alluded to, and you mentioned in your last letter sort of thing. And so without just sitting down there for several hours and reading through this stuff,
Yeah.
there's some of the gist of it. That's at least some of the numbers.
Okay. I'll note down that maybe tonight, once Brise retires, we can read through some more of these letters. So
Right.
interesting. That's fascinating. I was gonna joke, what a crazy twist in your world to be like, oh, this cult is actually the modern day pantheon. It's
Right.
like they started off as a cult actually, and ended up overthrowing the Iron Empress. Like, okay, so interesting. Yeah, actually, do we want to take a break now? That might be a
I
good
was
time.
going to say, it sounds like
So
a
it
good
was
stopping
just the
point.
letters, the documents, and then the money, right?
The money. Yep.
Great. Okay. Then yeah, we can.
I will have you. I will have you make one more roll before we go because it is germane to this thing.
5. Let's
Fine.
go. It's done.
That's fantastic. It has nothing to do with the fact that probably those ancient map cases that are now rotted to nothing probably showed escape routes.
Oh,
So if
interesting.
they're
Yeah.
discovered, it gives them a way out. Roll again for me.
27.
So yeah, no good there. So if so there we go. I will stop sharing, and then if you will start with our
Oh, do I have to restart sharing? Okay. Oh, there you go.
there you go. So gang, we're going to go stretch our legs and so on, and we'll be back in a few minutes. We'll probably play to about 8:30, 8:40, something like that. And I hope you're enjoying it. And we'll see you in just a bit. Thanks for hanging on. Hey, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let's get Buddy Max back here. And I will share my screen in a second. It always takes me a moment to remember what I'm doing here. Oh, that was my eye, straight up. All right. Window, the magical map, share it. It always kicks me out of.
Where's the map?
Hide. Show.
I
There.
was like that moment. It's like, whoa.
Right. All right.
Okay, so yeah, we finished this. I'll pocket those notes for some viewing later. And
Leave
yeah,
the chest, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, oh, I was curious. Do I see the runes inscribed like on the inside on the kind of lock?
You don't, but it's probably between the metal and the wood lining.
Ah, okay.
So you'd have to pry that off and get to it.
Okay. So then leave that be, and let's spin around and check out the room opposite me that's unexplored.
Okay. Wait, so which, heading...
The unexplored room on the left side, right? So we've explored the bottom two and this top one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me hop back to the map and move you about. I never did shut that door. But hey, you'll get more light letting in stuff. So to your left or to your right do you want to go?
To my left.
Okay. Where's my little handle? Where's my... Oh, there it is. Yeah, so it'll probably put you down here so you can kind of peer in, listen carefully. No sound. More beetle carcasses. These have apparently just been ambushed and not trapped in the pinkish orangish crystal that the lizards shoot from their tails. Their carapaces are, very light, very strong. They're all sort of they're largely sort of crushed skeletons and exoskeletons, but some of the pieces are very strong and very good shape. If it's of interest to you, you might consider selling the carapaces to someone or getting somebody to make something out of them for you.
Okay.
The weapons they use, I've told you, is often the limbs of their fallen comrades, but kind of the joints are reinforced with wood and so on. And so as you really get to pick one up and look at it, you can tell that, it's, they'll still hurt you, but your armor is going to afford you considerable protection.
We didn't get a name for the beetle people, right? I don't think.
No, I don't think. Yeah, Brise would not.
They belong to the beetles, she said. So
that's right. They there are discarded and looks like half chewed and digested pouches and things among them. Within them are apparently sort of makeshift charms and so on. As you sort of go through them, you do get a buzz of sort of a strange magic, but nothing that you're accustomed to, nothing that really, that's right, nothing that really stands out. The door here is, just crushed. I mean, it was sufficiently crushed that it's just rotted away and blown away. Yeah. So, that is what you've got going on there.
Does it look like what you said they were ambushed, but not no crystals about? So I wonder if something else attacked them, maybe the construct. Is there any other damage from weapons or something that looks like what could have taken them down? scales or fur or anything else around?
No, not really clear at all.
Hmm.
It had to be something. I mean, they don't. I mean, I guess they could be torn apart and then their interiors eaten, right? Um,
Not a good way to go. You
no,
gotta say.
not a good way to go. That's the thing you forget about. Like, all the big predators. They don't kill you, and then, I mean, I guess lions
Yeah.
do choke you out.
Right. Make sure you're dead before. Yeah.
But a lot of these other ones, they just eat you as you're screaming,
Right.
and that's just god awful to think about. You know.
But that's like the norm. And
Yeah, yeah. Um,
crazy.
so the so I don't know if you want to take anything of the. I mean, the chest
I
pieces
mean,
and back pieces seem to be the most useful if you're going to get anything fashioned out of them, or as a trophy, just anything like that.
well,
But
you know what? I'll take one piece, right? And then I can see how valuable it is, and I can always come back and fetch more of these.
well, I don't
So,
think you'd take it for value because you don't have that much regard for money.
right. Oh, you're saying more utility.
Right, like as a
Gosh.
memento, like if you had something made out of it, that would be kind of interesting.
It's interesting. I've that's a part of role playing that me as a player haven't really thought about, but that would be actually interesting. Yeah, the Brees would be thinking about. Yeah, it's like, wow, this is a cool material. It would be cool.
Right. And like, especially, sort of the level you are now, it's sort of where I kind of expect players like, well, not just players, but also the characters. They feel like, I'm experienced now. I'm skilled at this. I can keep doing this. I kind
Right.
of want a record of what I'm doing, but
Right.
also, it's just cool, you know?
Yeah.
And so like,
It's just my day to day now, finding all this cool.
right, right.
Okay. Yeah, let's take one of the I used to kind of like the back pieces would be a good
Right. So there are two
large
back pieces that that will expand to allow the wings out,
right.
and so they're two nice big ones. They might be able to be fashioned into like a target shield, or
Yeah.
or something like that. They are very light. Um,
Or armor
Greed,
would be interesting too. Yeah, I wonder how like a really lightweight armor for deflecting
right.
projectiles and stuff. Yeah.
And the other possibility, and I forget if you have a big thing for potions. I know you're interested generally in magic, but I don't know if potions was a big thing. Is that these could be potion ingredients, grind the
Yeah.
armor up.
True.
Um,
Maybe carving.
so, um,
Uh,
so there's plenty of smaller bits you can do for that. But each of the back pieces of back shell for this bluish beetle is they're each a pound, so 2 pounds total. And then if you wanted to take bits and pieces to see if potion dealers might be interested in using it as a component, you could just give me a weight that you're taking. Remember, they're very light, so even half a pound would be probably a good volume.
yeah.
So you make
We'll do a quarter pound and
okay,
wrap them up in a sack
yeah.
for that one. So 2 back pieces. So that's 2 pounds and
Various beetle fragments.
yeah. And they're like bluish colored, right? Kind of a blue, yeah.
Yeah, iridescent blue.
Yeah, from the blue colored beetle peoples.
Maybe temple beetles.
Yeah. Bag of holding. Okay. Cool. Is that all for this room?
Yep.
Sounds like great. So we just have this door to my right.
And there's another door forward.
Right.
And there's actually a door here, but I did not engineer my part very well there. I could probably do it here.
Oh, there's actually a door there? Okay.
Yeah, let me see. Can I get to this? Nope, I'm missing it.
I'll wager a guess that leads out of the temple.
This should lead to, you're called that, oh, that's locked. Interesting. Let's see, where's this one? Why can it not tell me where these are? So irritating. You recall the, where's that? Unlock.
Door troubles. Please stand by.
Door troubles. Sorry, everybody.
Glad
So
to see you closed soon.
you recall that that they were that there was a garden area. It looked like they had a garden
on like the side of the temple. Yeah.
Right, there we go. This is what I need. And then I can fit it. So this would be the door so that these initiates could go and go out and do their harvesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there we go. Thing is, I've got to put it on that outer wall layer. Dang it.
When you said initiates harvesting, I just thought of the Harry Potter, the first Harry Potter movie, or when they did the mandrakes.
Right.
I was always like such a creepy, but also weird and kind of funny scene from the movie. Yeah.
Right. There it is.
We're growing mandrakes.
Delicious mandrakes.
Mm.
Why can I not do this shit? Why can I not move this object to the thing? So, yeah, so there'll be a set of double doors here. You've got the door across from you. What would you like to do?
Check out this door right before me here. Right.
Okay. Closed. Quiet except for Brise and so on. Let's see what type of room it is. No, I don't make that really big so I can pay attention to it. Dadgummit. Oh, wrong world thing there. Type of room, right. Go up to it, flail in hand, try the door.
Yep.
It is locked.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
The level 1 unlock spell.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna come up here.
Concentrate. And then cast with a 98.
Oh, wow. Roll again and add it.
Plus 85. This door's never locking again. Oh my
You
God.
have ruined it. Ruined it, I tell you.
Never unlocked.
0 exhaustion, 0 power points.
Never had that happen before. That's awesome.
And you had no idea that it could.
All I have to do is just roll that high every time.
That's it, you fool. Oh, there we go.
Where's my yeast?
Yeast.
I'm going to make that a running joke whenever I like roll low. It's like, man, I wish I had some more yeast.
Like, that was my yeast. That's what that did.
Instead of like yeesh, it's like yeast.
That's it. Daggum. I cannot get this straight. All right, fine. Yeah. So it unlocks. What would you like to do?
All right, let's push it gently open, see what's inside. Well, that would be an interesting, like, all these like fields of magic that exist in Karandrin just very organically. I bet there's some wizard who that happened to, and he's like, I'm going to study, see if I can, make this something reproducible. Like, how can you cast spells without using PowerPoints or exhaustion? We'll see how far he got. Maybe uncover his research one day.
So the Interesting. The stones here have been really interestingly arranged. They are in this crazy, hyper organized way. I mean, there's no way that this is naturally occurring. And I should have copied the other one. What was I thinking? And they have to be magically shaped even. They're all the same size, but clearly there's you can see the crevices where they were separate rocks. And they are stacked as high as the ceiling. They go around the room. And there is clearly writing on them.
Wow.
Roll for me.
88.
It's one of the languages you speak. Roll for me.
73.
It's written in Thax. Roll for me again.
60.
A fairly educated level of Thax. Roll for me again.
94.
Very legible. Very ornate, attractive script. Whoa.
I hope this program can handle this many shapes, right? You're saving this, right? Every once in a while.
Oh yeah. I mean,
devastated if it crashed somehow.
Yeah, they do a cool thing where they'll put you a little symbol on your file name if you haven't saved it.
Oh, great. Yeah. You see that and you're like, okay.
So the stones are basically making this individual a writing surface, but why he or she didn't just use the walls?
Yeah.
And
you said the stones are magically shaped too, like they
are all the same shape.
Wow. Okay.
But clearly from the natural rock that had fallen through this room.
Yeah.
There's still lizards and leaves and light and water here and there, and about half the ceiling is missing. But clearly there's an absence of rocks beyond, like it should be piled up onto the roof, right, from the rock slide itself. And they sort of suddenly end. There's a sudden absence of those. The author is, just the handwriting suggests a woman. It is written in a silver or silvered chalk. And there are small illustrations. And this individual, as you're just skimming, was going through reasoning how to cause the 3 portals to interlink.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
To create something that they have called the World Stone. Ultimately, this would be apparently the beginning World Stone. You basically have a rock. You would then add, on each facet of the rock, you would add a portal.
Oh my gosh.
And then as you add facets, you add portals. But it's the first time this individual's come across 3 portals so close together.
Wow.
There's evidence that earlier writing was erased. Um, You think for a moment, you brush away leaves and stuff, and sure enough, there are sketches on the floor. But water and just the act of, kind of moving it, it's hard not to destroy. There's a lot more diagrams on the floor. Um, so clearly, this woman was a tremendous talent in portals and in shaping stone.
Yeah.
And so apparently this is a passion of theirs. Obviously, it came to nothing that at least we could observe.
Right.
There's a chair in the room. If there's bedding, it's long gone. You imagine, she would, even an elf, well, I guess an elf might be able to reach the top stones to write, but there's a chair that you could have used to stand on. There are occasional mentions of dates. Wow. Yeah. This was 1,840 years ago.
Oh my God.
The writing is really well maintained. You're like, come on. And like you go to rub a little piece off and it's clearly magically protected.
Yeah. So this person wanted their notes to be found almost, it seems like.
It seems like they were hoping to make this a permanent lab.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Yeah.
You sort of follow along, clearly where it starts and it sort of ends. I should just move you into the room and just face you.
So yes, please let me stand in the magic circle of stones.
Yes, do it. Oh man, that is not
good. I'm reading them and finish reading, and a final step is a sacrifice to step into the
all we need is an idiot. So
oh gosh.
You turn this way to read this stone thinking this should be the end.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all very promising. Everything, all of her tests are good. She refers to the instability. So the instability has been here for a long time.
Yeah.
Roll for me.
31.
She does not reference the portal downstairs. She references a portal on the 3rd floor.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Interesting. So yeah, it's crazy. Well, there you go. Wow. No items. You kind of, toe around the compost that's on the floor and the leaves and so on. You don't really come across any other items or books or notes or equipment.
Damn. So again, I should show this. Finding all these unstable portals, and I know at least one of them I would like to stabilize, right? So we could have those envoys speak to each other. I might have Prethanaut try to help me with that, if you remember her.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and she was willing to help me, kind of do a favor for me, but I haven't really requested that yet. So
Right. And getting her, in contact with a noble, that's a
right,
good deed for her. And,
right. And
you
then
know,
even like this, like I wonder if she would be interested in creating this world stone. I would be interested to see it be created.
yeah, exactly.
Do I know? Have I heard about a world stone? Like reading what she's talking about, or does it seem? What I'm imagining is something I guess, something portable for, no pun intended, portable for transporting to different worlds.
Portalable.
Portal.
There was
And this
some,
is the porta potty portal. Here
you
could be anywhere.
swear, yeah, exactly. It's a, it's a porta potty portable. It's, you swear you have heard this word or read this word somewhere,
Okay.
but you cannot bring it to mind. Um, and so, you might roll for it later tonight,
Yeah.
just so you might leave yourself a note that you're trying to remember that. And so we'll give you a couple of days to think on it and give you a couple of rolls. And then,
What a world stone is. Okay. Wow. That was really cool. I guess it's 8:34. Got a little longer if you want to go for.
yeah, I mean, if,
Yeah, we could check out this last room,
across the way.
unexplored room at the edge of the temple, and
Oh, right here. Okay.
yeah,
Oh man.
see what nemesis awaits me.
That's
Waiting
right.
for me in there. I guess nemesis implies something that,
Wants to eat you.
yeah, no, feels like an evil superhero or something.
Just a minute. I'm going to put these doors in. Let me see how. What I need to do. They would open inward. Copy. So give me just a second. Sorry.
Oh,
I know, right?
all one big room.
Uh,
Every creature that's been like lurking in the unexplored rooms just suddenly sees me and starts.
That's right. This means that the floors are transparent. That's locked and hidden. That is unlocked and visible. Well, that was not the right thing to copy. I can copy this one though. Yep, that'll do. It's on the wrong place, but I'll take it. Shrink it up. Oh, wrong thing.
What is going on?
Sorry.
This
Oh,
is like carpentry, but
that's right. More painful.
yeah.
Boot. And then
It's one of my favorite Jim Gaffigan skit. It's good. It's a good thing this whole Messiah thing worked out because, yeah, Jesus, he's a terrible carpenter.
that's funny.
Yeah, cherry made for me just fell apart in 2 days.
That's hilarious. Man, why is that not working? Why is it not working? It should be visible. Why are you not?
It looks like it's underneath because it was visible, right? And then you dragged it underneath that little dotted rectangle.
Yeah, that's
Can
my.
you select the dotted rectangle and make it invisible?
Well, the thing is, it's what I use to cover over unbroken walls so I can place a doorway.
Well, then do you need to send it to a lower layer?
I need to send it to an upper layer. I guess this could move to the very back. And then, oh Lord, dadgummit, doesn't matter. Hey, there's a door there.
Dadgummit is right.
So yeah, we're not gonna be able to see it even. So there's a door there. I hope you enjoy that fact.
Okay.
Please
Beautiful
enjoy the
garden.
door. Hey, no, oh, it may have gone. Is that it? That's why it's on the wrong. It's on the wrong floor.
Mm.
Can I move it? I can't. Dang it. Let's go here. That's why. What? It is on the front. Dear Lord. That is correct. Swear to God. Swear to God.
Episode 110 of at least it's not episode 100.
I know. Great. Great. There we go.
There we go.
Don't ask me why that worked. There you go. And now we shall turn on. We're gonna relock this bad boy. All right. So there is the outside one, and there is this room. Where is the floor? Floor one. Why is it not showing? What is going on? The walls. It's the walls. I know. Good night. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So there we go. That's what I needed. All right.
There we go.
So door is closed. Only sound of see what that is. Only sound is the outdoors. Door is unlocked.
All right. We'll slip inside.
Door will open about an inch and then it hits rock.
Okay. 1 inch. Can I, try to push on it a little harder?
It's clearly going to be stone. I mean, it's
Yeah.
going to be 2-ton stones on there.
What if I push really hard?
Then, I think you win.
Oh, look at that. I just rolled a double I. I was just joking.
Your poor miracle roll.
I mean, I can't say it, right? Because I just rolled it. I didn't say anything. So. Well, okay. I mean, miracle roll, I push hard enough in the stone and I actually can get in. Because, it might as well, right? Now I'll roll. Is that an acceptable miracle roll?
Sure.
I rolled a 1.
Only you, buddy.
What the hell? Why did I not say it when I rolled it? And then when I do say it.
That is, that's almost unnerving, is what that is.
Literally, that's a 1 in 1,000 chance for that to happen. To roll 1 in 10,000 to roll 100 followed by a 1. Precisely.
Right.
Wow. Well, I think we should end it there, Kevin. I guess we'll find out.
I'm fine with it because that's so fitting right there.
That is amazing.
That is really funny. All right.
So 110, everybody.
That's right.
Couldn't have failed harder than that.
That's right. Well, here we are at another great episode. Now I'll put us back like that. So guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Always great to see everybody. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I thought it was a pretty interesting one. The things we uncovered and just sort of the lives of the past.
I enjoyed it until about a minute ago. Hey, if you think we're doing a good job, then hop to donorbox.org and send us a little love. If you want to hear more from Max, then please visit his YouTube channel. You see the short link there for it, where he discusses the role of music in video games. And thanks as always to Elliot Donovitz for their terrific character art that we use most streams to represent Brise's character. If you want to see more of Elliot Donovitz's art, then hop to artstation.com/Tortolua.
And I've written a book called A Shore Too Far, a fantasy novel you can find on Amazon. So do hop over and give that a look as well. Max, say goodbye to these lovely people.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that episode. That was a fun one. A lot of cool little mystery and exploration going on. So tune in next week. Yeah, the 15th should be back in action,
Absolutely.
continuing our exploration. So yeah, see y'all then.
See you guys.